guys, welcome back. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Cynthia, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you the best way or the easiest way to color match yourself to a foundation or a concealer so you know exactly what shade you are without all the hassle. But before we get started, please make sure to subscribe down below for new videos every single week. And I am now taking requests for videos, so if you have a great video idea or suggestion, please make sure to comment down below. I will make sure to go through all of those. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into this video. So I'm going to be color matching myself to the Maybelline Superstay Foundation, and I picked out the shades 120 Classic Ivory, 220 Natural Beige, and 310 Sun Beige. And I do want to note that there was a shade between the 120 and the 220, so like there was a shade right here, but I didn't even bother to grab that one because it was way too pink, and I knew right off the bat that it was not going to match my undertone because I am a warm tone, which means that I have more of a golden slash ivory olivey undertone. If you are interested in learning more about undertones, I can definitely film a video. Just comment down below if that's something that would interest you. So when you want to color match yourself to a foundation or a concealer, what you want to do is pick out 3 shades that you feel would match your skin color. So you are pretty much trying to determine what color range your shade is going to fall into, and once you determine that, that's when you can start doing your swatches. So when you're color matching yourself, you want to start kind of at the cheek, down the jaw, and then run it all the way down to the neck. Now the neck is very important because when I'm color matching somebody or myself, what people are going to see when they look at you is going to be your makeup and then your neck slash décolleté area. So I always make sure to color match to the neck and chest because that's pretty much going to be the shade that will match the whole body as opposed to the face. Now when you're doing this, you want to keep in mind that there are 3 areas that you can color match to depending on your preference. It can be the forehead, it can be the cheek, and it can be the neck. Again, I always match people to the neck because that's the color that's going to resemble the whole body in itself. It's very common that people want to look lighter than they are, but on the contrary, there are some people, actually many people, that prefer to look more tan than they actually are. So again, it all has to do with personal preference. I try to match people to the color that they are currently, and once I determined their true shade, that's when I go either one shade lighter or one shade darker. So that's kind of how I go about that. So I'm going to start by swatching the shade 120, and I'm going to start at the cheek, down the jaw, and all the way down to the neck, just like that. You can definitely do this with the finger or whatever you prefer, but I'm just going to be doing it with a brush. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade 220, and again, I'm going to start at the cheek and then run it down the jaw all the way down to the neck. And lastly, I'm going to use the shade 310. I'm going to swatch it right next to the other 2. Bring it all the way down. I want to make sure that I have like a solid swatch on the neck as well, just like that. So once you've done this, ideally you want to do the swatches on the bare skin. Make sure there's no makeup, that your skin is clean, and you want to wait about 20 seconds. You want to wait a little bit longer if you are swatching a matte foundation because matte foundations have a dry down time, and usually that means that they do tend to oxidize just a tad bit. So if you are trying to match yourself to a matte foundation, make sure that you wait 30 seconds to a full minute to make sure you know exactly how the color is going to turn on you. But if it is a dewy or a natural foundation, you don't have to wait as long. So I feel like I am pretty much ready to blend it out now. To blend out these foundation shades, I am going to be using a Sigma E50, and I'm just going to try to blend it out. Just try to blend it out. I'm going to make sure that my neck swatch is really nicely blended so I can see the true color of this. So I just finished swatching the shade 120, and I feel like it's a little bit too light for me. The undertone is not too bad. It is kind of like a neutral shade. I feel like I am more ivory, so I feel like it's missing a little bit of that gold that's in my skin naturally. So that being said, I am now going to blend out the shade 220. That. Blend it all the way down. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be my shade because I really like the undertone of this. So as you can see here, right in the middle, it kind of just disappears, and that's when you know that this is your shade. When it disappears and you can't even see it after you've blended out the swatch, that is going to be your shade because that's what's going to match your skin color as well as your undertone. I'm going to finish blending 310, and I don't think this is going to be my shade, but I'm still going to blend it out. And as you see here, it's not too bad. It does have the right undertone. It doesn't look too pink, but it's going to be a little bit too tan. I would say it's one shade tanner than what I am currently. And I can achieve this color if I bronze my face, but without bronzing on my skin alone with no makeup, it's just looking a little bit too dark. So I do feel like the 220 in the middle is going to be the winner. And just to confirm that 220 is my color, I am going to do a swatch down this side where I have absolutely no makeup. So we're going to start at the cheek, down the jaw, and we're going to bring it all the way to the neck. And now I'm just going to finish blending this out. Alright, so as you see here, it blends seamlessly all the way into like my décolleté area, and 220 is the shade that I did use to do my makeup today, and I feel very satisfied with the overall match. I think it's kind of like a perfect match for my skin color. Don't mind like my whole like bronzy area here. It's definitely my color, and I also think that it has the right undertone for me. I am an olive undertone slash ivory. During the winter time, my undertone does change. I become like a neutral beige, but anyways, this is matching perfectly and I love it. So out of the three, 220, which is right in the middle, is my ideal shade and undertone. And the reason for that is because it's not too light and it's not too dark, and it's the right undertone for me, which means that it is not too pink, it's not too peachy, it's just right. And that does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and found some value from it, please make sure to drop me a like, and also don't forget to subscribe for new videos every single week. Like always, I want to thank you so much for watching and sticking out until the end. I'll see you on the next one.